Hello, everyone. I'm Michelle Alva, creator of the Wild Women of Abundance and the Alva Method. And I am super grateful to have Wild Women Soul Priestess Rhona with us here today. She is an angel here on earth that I had the pleasure of meeting. And she attended, I think, the one Wild Women of Abundance, right? And is now an Alva Method practitioner in training. And I'm just super grateful to have her here with us, sharing with us as a part of the Wild Women Speak series. And so, Rhona, I would love if you can share with us where you were at in your life before the Wild Women of Abundance, before meeting me, and then how these programs have benefited you thus far. And let everyone know about your journey, that led you to wanting to become this amazing healing force of love.
Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, before the Wild Woman of Abundance, I couldn't really understand myself when I would try to speak up for myself, because I would always do it from a victim mentality, and it never got me anywhere. I never saw any progress from anything. And, then I started getting people that were only sad for me, and, all of these feelings of just me not feeling like I was up here and really doing good. And so when I actually started the Wild Woman of Abundance, I was afraid to speak out, because I thought that it was just me complaining or me not really speaking out in a good way. But once I really started getting into the Wild Woman of Abundance, I saw that my voice was real and it was worth exploring of how to communicate with people, and how I was able to really love people where they were at. That was the biggest thing for me, is
Awesome.
whenever I heal, it's like I want people to immediately get to where I am, because it feels so good. And I'm learning to, and I learned and still learning. I love being at that point of yes, I got this, and yes, I still have more to learn about this. This is really awesome. I'm learning to just allow people to be where they're at and to love me, and to focus on what I have to give to be that catalyst for someone else, or for just myself.
No pressure.
More level.
No pressure, because so many of us healers, healing guides, we want to serve humanity, or we feel the burden of, oh my God, I want to help my parents, but they're not even asking us.
Yeah.
It's really great where we get to focus on ourselves. And one of the first classes in the Wild Women of Abundance 10-day online journey is the power of our words. Do you want to share how that benefit you?
Yes. Oh my goodness. I think I have one of the longest affirmations and declarations lists. And I didn't really fully like myself being recorded when I started this Wild Woman of Abundance, just because I don't know, I felt like there was too much of a list, but I didn't pronounce things right. And, I was monitoring every single word that came out of my mouth, because I didn't want to mess it up. And then I would stutter, and then I would go slow. And it wasn't that I was nervous or anything. It was just how my mouth was structured and stuff like that. And, at an early point in my life, I had this tragic thing of being in a surgery and then taking out all my teeth at the same time.
Oh, wow.
And so my facial structure is different, and I had to kind of relearn how to talk and stuff like that, because there was a lot of infection around it. So I had to relearn how to speak. And so now, being in the Wild Woman of Abundance, I'm stuttering less, and I'm also not self-conscious about how I'm speaking. And I love it. And the recording of my declaration and affirmations, I listen to that every single morning.
That's awesome.
I recorded it and actually listened to it, and it feels so good to allow myself to hear what I sound like, because I sound beautiful.
And what you want to create, because that's what the declarations are all about.
Yeah.
This whole program is really about creating an abundance mindset and basically a new habit of repeating these declarations, what we wish to create. And so the repetition, after the 10 days, you have at least this fast forward, like crash course on abundance mindset. And then it's up to us to continue in that practice. And would you like to share with us also about your unique experiences with medical procedures and how the Wild Woman of Abundance, the meditations, the intimacy meditation especially, caused a shift in your relationship with yourself?
Yes, I would love to talk about that. I definitely have had a lot of trouble allowing myself to have intimacy in life, and I realized that it wasn't the intimacy of other people, it's the intimacy with myself. And I've always had a hard time touching my scar and allowing people to really touch me because I've always felt overly touched in surgeries. And it was
what exactly those surgeries or anything about? Because we had a certain number of surgeries that I don't think many people even have had one.
I've had 10 heart surgeries. They haven't all been open heart, but they have been, I'm pacer dependent, so they're also included with my heart. And that comes with a lot of PTSD, a lot of, it stunted my growth a lot in life. And one thing within being in the Wild Woman of Abundance and that, and also being in the Alva Practitioner training, the intimacy with myself is expanded and bloomed way beyond I could have ever imagined. Like, it's absolutely, it's incredible to me. And that the loving yourself intimacy, heart opening meditation, just a few days ago, I actually did that, and I touched the top of my scar because that was, we have to put our fingers right here in between our ribs, and I've never really done that. I was, when that started, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do this. And I stopped it, and I was like, you've got this. It's okay. Like, let's just see where it takes us. And that's another thing in Wild Woman of Abundance. Being comfortably uncomfortable is really starting to help me tremendously, because it's getting me past certain points that I didn't think I would get past. So within this meditation, I did the first half of it, and I started crying, and I kind of had to stop it, and I was like, whew, okay. But my fingers were still on my scar, and I just sat there in that feeling and really felt it, and then did the rest of the meditation. And then the next day I did the meditation and I did the same thing, but then I started cracking up and laughing. Wow. And just full of joy that I was able to do that. Like, this right here, me touching the top of my scar, is something that I have never fully felt comfortable doing. Wow. And here I am, not crying, not being triggered. Like, it's actually beautiful. And I love that feeling that, these meditations give us. It's like they empower us to know the power that is already within us. And I'm so grateful for them. I have become, like you said, a guided meditation junkie. Definitely, because it's amazing.
And a 5-pointed start. And that's what the Alva method is all about, a process of self-discovery where we get to harness our healing power. And so people blow themselves away because they're actually being given the opportunity to discover themselves. And so many times we go to specialists that tell us how we're supposed to be. And so when you're intimate in that moment and those emotions are coming up, we learn to do certain practices where we help to navigate in the Alva method process so that we can process the energy of our emotions and integrate and just, and so rapid healing can happen. And yes, from one day to the next, you can have chronic pain sensitivity trigger, and then the next day It's
it's
because we're energy, right?
yeah,
Do you
and
notice how
it's
you're
all about
really energetic
trusting
now?
yourself too.
You're
Like
not
really
just this
trusting
dense
yourself.
bone scar. You're
Like,
energy, right?
yeah.
It helps us
It's
so much.
amazing. I am just so amazed. I just randomly want to touch it and be like, "Ooh, okay."
That's so
It's so
awesome.
awesome.
For anybody that's listening to this video who is in chronic pain, if you've had surgeries and you have scars, if you've had open heart surgery and you want to learn how to navigate through that, reach out to us. Rhona is in a 6-month Alva Method practitioner training, and she's also studying and practicing with individuals. And so people can reach out to Rhona. All her information is down below. And also an aspect of the Alva Method training is to set these 12 practitioners that are the first being trained in this program so that they can fly
so
business. So Rhona was mentioning to me that she also creates these amazing past life regression therapies, treatments, and she works over the phone, she works over Zoom with anywhere in the world. You know, people can reach out to her if you have constant traumas that you feel that it may be due to a past life, or even if you just wish to experience her amazing healing energy. She also has created this tincture that she now sells on her Etsy channel and her YouTube channel, and she created a beautiful meditation to reconnect to the love that you are. And so can you share with us a little bit about what inspired you and how this can benefit people? I know for me, because I've taken this and I just got it a couple days ago. I felt very peaceful. I felt so much love, and I love your voice in the meditation. And I really feel that really helped me to have the accompaniment meditation with the tincture. And we'll see what else comes up. You know, as a result, after I did it, actually, I saw my father the next day. That might have had something to do with it. And I just felt so much love, so much love. And I've had generations and generations of heaviness. And so I really want to thank you for creating and sharing. And
Yeah, this tincture, honestly, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep that night. I was trying to figure out, another tincture. The whole day I was like, oh, I really want to make a new tincture that, really helps people get down deep into their soul and really understand themselves in, a sleeping realm. Like when you go to sleep, you're more connected to, the universe and your soul and, all of the wonders of what divine really is. And I was up to like 4 o'clock, and then I was like, oh, soul treasure. Oh my goodness. All right, what can I put in that? And I just kind of like started looking at my different herbs of what I could put in it and all of this stuff. And I started making it at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I let it, I was just immediately, when I get an idea, I immediately want to jump on it and immediately want to start creating it, because that's, that's creating that abundance too. And I had already been doing the Wild Woman of Abundance a little bit, and I was just like feeling it. I was like, okay, let's go. And here I am at 4 o'clock till sunrise making this tincture and figuring out, different herbs that would work, to really get deep down in the subconscious and psyche, and, also deep down within your soul, just to relax you and be able to put you to sleep and be able to really get that divine energy expanded so you could feel more comfortable and feel like you've really, kicked down some walls that you've been trying to kick down for years, like stuff like that. And it was a beautiful night. I think it was right before the full moon. So I was able, the liquid that is actually in it, I was able to have a beautiful rainwater mixture with full moon water, it was beautiful. I did like a whole ritual with it, you know, all of these things I was able to cultivate just because I got an idea. Like I was really trying to figure out one. And as soon as I just like let go and just, I was about to be asleep, it came to me and I was like, okay, I'm doing this now, I guess.
Yeah. That's the beautiful part of living soul and heart guided. And you know that it's interesting because we can live thinking that we're doing it all and have to do it and have to be, you know, or we can also surrender and allow things to move through us. And then it feels more effortless. This is what it means to be more in our feminine energy. And a large part of the Wild Women of Abundance is about leaning back, surrendering, opening up your body. And so it's designed to teach people to embody that feminine masculine balance. So we also are taking action and we're expressing ourselves and owning our thoughts and our beliefs and everything that we are creating. And so I love what you are, a living example that when women meditate, when women say yes to themselves and to prioritizing themselves and making themselves number one on their list, magic happens. And so I would love to just remind everyone, if you're struggling out there, if you're feeling scarcity, if you're feeling stuck, Rhona is a living example that you can start to mobilize even after 10 surgeries, even after challenges.
You have it in you.
So you're just even stronger than ever now and so radiant. And so thank you so much for receiving yourself.
Thank you. Thank you, self.
And so is there anything you would like to share? Last comments before we close the interview. I'm really grateful for you and for the people that are struggling, you know, that this all sounds wonderful. What's one thing that you would say is the number one thing to really start to turn in this other direction of wholeness and healing and integration?
Allow your heart and your soul to guide you. A lot of times, you know, and I've been living proof of having my doctor say, you know, oh, she won't live past 3 years old. That's what I got at the beginning of my life. And here I am, 25 years old, and 25 years later, and doing this for myself and really seeing that I do have everything it takes to keep myself alive. And, you know, think out of the box. You might be uncomfortable about what can actually help you, but it's helping you. And that's what's beautiful about it is I know, like, just like being comfortably uncomfortable, that phrase is so real because we're able to think outside the box and really get some healing that may flip us out at first because we're looking at ourselves, you know, but that's the beauty of it. It's supposed to be a little jarring so it can awaken you to really be here with yourself. And I guess that's my last message, is just to allow your soul and your heart to guide you in life, because you can get this far. This is possible. And I'm going even further than this.
That's right.
I totally am.
So her Etsy channel is down below, her YouTube channel, and her meditation is right here. Just click right here because I'm putting it here at the end of the video. So just click there and you can go to Rhona and listen to her beautiful, loving meditation that is just going to boost all your happy hormones, love hormones, and activate that healing that is so powerful, that only you can bring it that way, Rhona. And, you know, you're just living proof that transformation is real. Transformation is possible. And so for anybody out there that is feeling really overwhelmed with life, you can shift, and we're here to support you. So thank you so much, Rhona. I love you, and I'm so grateful that I get to spend all this time with you and continuing to grow.
Wow.
Thank you.